Hello everyone, it is Alphmendra 10 Kingdoms and we're back with another starter deck unboxing. Today we have the Calling the Cavalry starter deck. The Calling the Cavalry starter deck uses speed to your advantage. Use swift creatures to quickly deal with enemy threats or launch sudden attacks on your opponent. Use speed to outplay your opponent on the battlefield and win the game. This is a mid-range deck. The point of this deck is to utilize the spaces on the battlefield, manipulate your creatures and your opponent's creatures to position them in the right way to win the game. So if we open this up, we have the lovely box and we have the rulebook, and then we have the player cards. So you have the Oceanic Alpha, which says you can pay 2 coins to exhaust it and manipulate a level 3 or lower creature, which lets you move a creature into another open adjacent zone. This can be good for stalling out your opponent's creatures or like pushing them back, or it can make your creatures very, very fast. It's also good with dual attacking with 2 creatures because you can move one of your opponent's creatures closer to you so you can attack with both of yours. Very great card. The other alpha is the Machine Alpha. This one lets you put an attack or defense counter on target creature, which can help increase their attack or HP. So you can slowly, ramp up the attack if you want to play aggressively, or ramp up defense if you want to play defensively. Really great for that mid-range strategy. You have a pretty solid property deck with 2 vendor cards and 2 shops, along with 6 merchant tents. Lets you play an aggressive game if you want to play aggressively, or play a solid game if you want to play solidly. You have 2 copies of Crawling Hand. This deck likes to play a lot of creatures, so we'll put those over there. You have 2 copies of Robot 2449, which increases its attack or defense. You have 3 copies of Jackalope. This is a 2/2 with Swift for 2, which is really great. So off the bat, you can, race to your opponent's player card and punch them in the face, which is great. 2 copies of Merfolk Warrior. This really helps speed things along. If you combine this with your Oceanic player card, you can really speed towards your opponent's player card and hit them really fast. You have 2 copies of Dungeon Skeleton. Great 3/1 with your player card or your spell cards. You can race this card towards your opponent. 2 copies of Great White. This card has pretty low health, but if you use your Machine Alpha, you can increase its HP. Or if you use your Oceanic player, you can race it towards your opponent's cards, which is really, really nice. It's really great to have high attack cards. Kobold Piker, this card is really good. It's a 3/3 with Swift, but with the Oceanic Alpha, you basically get double Swift, which is pretty nice. Pretty awesome card. Skeleton Hound lets you move right away, so you can move into the front row, or with your Oceanic player, it's a level 4, so you can't. But with your spell cards, you can move this creature twice, which is really nice for rushing down creatures that are trying to hurt you. The Mount. You can equip this to your Shark or some of your cards that don't have Swift to give them Swift, or you can just play it as a creature with Swift. You have a Minotaur, which is a typical 6/5. You have 2 copies of Mounted Knight, really strong card, a 5/5 for 5 with Swift. Moss Mist Giant, this card's cool, a 6/6 for 6, and you can make it jump instead of moving it. Next we have the spell cards. So you have Grave Digging. So Grave Digging lets you return the creature. You have Bargain. You have Minor Healing. So this is really a part of your standard package. I believe that you also have, 2 copies of Summon Flames and a Fireball. These are standard package in all the starter decks. Great cards just to have for any strategy. For the core package, you have 2 copies of Teleportation. Lets you move your opponent's creatures to any open spot, or your creature to any open spot, which is really nice for just positioning. This deck really cares about positioning and controlling the spaces on the battlefield, so this card is great for that. Hydroblast is great for manipulating your opponent's creatures or your creatures to spaces that you want them to be in to help you win the game. It can clear a path so you can attack your opponent's player card with your Swift cards, or it can push creatures back if you're finding yourself in a bad situation. You have a copy of Summon Tidal Wave, which is really great for pushing your opponent's creatures back and your creatures forward for a great aggressive push. You have a copy of Amulet of Protection. This card's great because it reduces the damage your creatures take, so you equip it to a Great White or something like that, and it'll take 1 less damage, which really protects them. And then you got 2 copies of Wooden Shield, which give 2 defense counters, which really help keep your creatures alive, your Swift creatures alive, while you're getting in that chip damage. So altogether, this is the Calling the Cavalry starter deck, use a lot of movement cards, manipulate spaces, and use positional strategies, and you'll win the game. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to look out for the next video.